watching KREM 2 News at 5.
Well, just in case you haven't heard this yet, today is Cinco de Mayo, and to celebrate, Riverfront Park is partnering with the Hispanic Business and Professional Association of Spokane to host a Mexican cultural exhibit.
So happening tonight at Riverfront Park Spring Market, the cultural exhibit is sharing the history, facts, and myths of Cinco de Mayo. That's where we find our Regina on tonight. And Regina, how's it going down there?
Hi guys, well first and foremost, the Pavilion is so exciting today, and just a second ago there was about 30 or 40 people up here on the second floor of the Pavilion. So much artwork, so much education here, and so much history. And I want to tell you, Cinco de Mayo is celebrating Mexican ancestry. It's a battle that happened in Puebla in central Mexico, battle against the French, and it's a celebration of the ancestry here in the United States. Also, Mexican ancestry installment of expansion of slavery into former Mexican territory. I know that's a lot of words, but it's good education that Nydia over at the Chicon X Studies at EWU told me, and I'm learning so much, and that's what this is all about. That's what everybody here is telling me. It's about education, it's about learning more and getting to talk to people. But, of course, the highlight of today is the artwork. The artwork here is simply breathtaking. One of the artists I want to talk about is Isabella Amador, who we're going to talk to here. She's 18 years old, and you have created such beautiful artwork. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yes, so these two artworks right here, this one specifically is inspired by my culture. So at first, when I was getting into art, I had a hard time figuring out what I wanted to base my art on, what really inspired me. And I found that I most enjoyed making portraits and looking at other cultures, not just my own, and just people, just portraits and being able to create.
I love all of your work. And how does it make you feel to be a part of such an amazing event like this, where you can showcase your art, celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and of course show a little bit of what you've been doing and talk about that a little bit?
It makes me really happy. I'm really glad that I'm able to display my art and being able to show others how inspired by my culture I am and how proud I am.
Isabella, thank you so much. And you know, Isabella isn't the only artist here. I want to talk about Miguel Gonzalez. He is here with the Hispanic Business Professional Association as well. And you are a Chicano photographer, artist, illustrator, and you have it all. So can you tell me what sets aside Chicano arts from the rest?
Yeah, absolutely. Chicano art, it's something that started, quite back in the 1960s, 1970s, is influenced by an understanding of being both Mexican and American, of a bicultural heritage, a bicultural history. And what I have here with me today is a couple of photographs of some of our traditional clothing from Dia de los Muertos. And I have some illustrations that you'll see here. It's in two languages because I live in two languages. I live in two cultures, think in two social norms. That's part of being a bicultural person.
And how are you celebrating Cinco de Mayo today as an artist and with the Chicano arts here?
Me as an individual, I see Cinco de Mayo not as people would typically recognize it, but I see it as an opportunity to put borders away, to put community together and kind of come together when, as you mentioned earlier with the history of Cinco de Mayo, yes, people put differences aside and they came together as one community.
And you do have an online gallery of your work. Can you talk about that for just a quick second?
Sure. I have an online gallery called Taller Firme, and that's where I feature a lot of my photographs, a lot of my illustrations, and a lot of the unique work of putting illustrations into photographs, making a bicultural piece.
Okay, Miguel, thank you so much for your time. And for those of you who want to check out Miguel's artwork or Isabella's, be sure to check my Twitter. I'll be sure to link all of those galleries for you. But for now, one of the biggest things I wanted to note was that this is really about community and resilience. That's one of the two biggest words that I've heard here today. And also educating yourself. Get to talk to people here. If you have some time before 7 o'clock, come down here, introduce yourself, ask questions. I know I've been asking so many questions, repeating myself, because this is a rich history that you, of course, want to learn more about. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys live here in Spokane. Regina on KREM 2 News.
Very important reminders, and certainly a beautiful